Alright, heading back from Monday after round 2 because Fishtail just did a track day as well on the Monday, so I did the Friday, Saturday, Sunday of NEMRR and then the Fishtail Monday. As you can see, it's currently 80 degrees and sunny, so this was like the most perfect track day at New Hampshire Motor Speedway, and the actual Friday practice and racing on Saturday was just horrific. It was like raining, it was freezing cold. I think Friday was 45 degrees all day, raining and just horrible, and then Saturday I think it got up to like 53 or 55 degrees, something like that, and just wet. I actually didn't even post like a summary of round 1. I did talk to myself a little bit and took some notes, but yeah, I just thought I'd do a quick one now. It was good. I mean, it's been a good first 2 rounds. It's just been, the weather's been terrible, so it was just round 1, as you saw, if you saw the videos I posted, was just raining, and I did my first rain race. Bought a set of rain tires and spare rims, and so did the first rain race. It was fine, it was good, you know. I was like sort of very apprehensive for the first one, and then yeah, you kind of get into it, it's fine. Not like I was going fast. And then it was dry for the last race of that first round, but I just think having done nothing but be sort of timid around all the rain and stuff, I just wasn't up to pace. And then this last round, what happened? See, Friday was rained out. I only did, I think, a session and a half or something. Saturday was rain, but not as bad. And then Sunday was pretty good. So I was sort of hoping Sunday I'd be able to ride back at the pace I was doing at the end of last year. And it didn't really come. I ended up doing, I think, like high 27 or maybe a 28.0 or something like that. And you know, I got some sort of novice medals and podiums, but I wasn't running certainly the pace to bump to amateur, and just, you know, anywhere near what I was doing rounds, you know, 3, 4, 5, and 6 last year. So I was sort of frustrated. And then that said, like, I had a whole set of things I'd wanted to work on around like lines around the track and just where I'm going, because I hadn't felt like I was consistent with that last season, and so that was like my homework for round 1. Got rained off, but there was a bunch of like where you want to be on the track that I wanted to make sure I was pretty set on before I started to add a lot of speed. And I was comparing my fastest lap from last season to like what I was doing after each round, and you know, there were like little bright spots. Like there were bits where I was actually going quicker just because I knew where I was going on the track a little bit, like round 9 around the back, out of 6 a little bit. So even though I was doing like a 127, 128, there were little bits where I was, you know, 0.3 of a second, half a second quicker, and then just some real big abysmal places. So that was nice, because at least it put proof to like what I'd wanted to work on. And then today, in this beautiful conditions, yeah, it was great, because the A group was like all the boys from Center Garage who could make it, who were all much faster than me. So I got a bunch of tips, some good coaching. I think Nick will get a video following me, and then I got to follow them for however many corners I could stick with them before I got dropped. And then Adam Kells and Steve both had basically just had me work on the same thing, which was like going into turn 1, I was just giving up so much time because you're going so fast, and if you let off earlier you just give up so much distance. So yeah, like all morning I was just working on moving my braking marker back for turn 1, and that was great. And following the boys in there and trying to carry as much speed as they were carrying, it felt great. You know, like watching them from the pit lane, they felt like they were so much faster than me. Watching them from behind them, it was like, okay, it's not out of the realm of reason to just kind of tag along here a little bit. At least at the pace they were going for a random track day. So that helped like pull me along a little bit. And then basically I started doing like a 1:30 in the morning, and then each session I was taking like a second off my time, and I wasn't like pushing like I am in race days, which was really nice. Like I was working hard, and like, a couple sessions after 5 laps I was just cooked, but I wasn't really chasing people. I wasn't trying to really gun it. I was just trying to be consistent, and then each lap work on the 1 to 3 things that I was going to work on for that session. And then so the times were just coming down, even though I wasn't, aggressively trying my heart out, which felt good. I think by the end of the day, I did a 25:00 on that last session. Lots of 26s and a couple mid 25s, I think. So, pretty pleased with that, actually. Like, I know that going into 3, I think I'm still giving up a second. So, I fixed a lot of the feel that I had coming out of 12. I was doing 126, I think, on the home straight. Oh, can I squeeze this? Ooh, that's tight. Nice. Yeah. So anyway, so really fucking solid day for me. I think a few of the gang were a little disappointed with, like, they had to back out of their pace a lot to ride this track day group, but I kind of had to step my pace up a little bit. So it was really good for me. Also, I swapped bikes with Mike, and part of me feels like that might have actually been like not for turn 1 that I was working on, because his quick shifter was his auto blipper going down was fucked, so that really didn't help me. Taking the mole trap on somebody else's bike is very scary, but the way that his bike felt around all the other parts of the track was a lot more kind of like stable feeling than mine. I think he has the steering dampener, Olin's, maybe that's it. But once I had that, and it made the corners just feel so much nicer. Like it was someone else's bike, so I was going like way under my own pace, but I was like, oh, this can feel like this. I think I took turn 3 on his bike quicker than I'd taken it at any point this year on mine, at 70% mental and physical engagement. Like I wasn't trying. It just kind of happened. And I was like, oh, it can feel like that. And so then when I got back on my bike, I was like, okay, how do I make it feel like that? And that it wasn't. I don't even have the words to describe it, but I kind of got a little bit back there, and that was really nice, just in terms of feeling like I could carry more speed around the slower parts of the track, which wasn't really what I was trying to work on today, but it just made all of that stuff less stressful for me, which let me then focus on what I was trying to work on. So that was nice. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, the races were the races. I feel like, I've got my first medals, which is awesome. The medals that I got in round 1 were like sort of participation awards, because nobody else was. It was like, as long as I finished, I would get one. But I actually had to beat some people for some of these medals in round 2, which feels good. I was kind of finished, and I was like mad about my times, but happy about getting a little podium. So it's nice to come away with a little bit of medal. So that was nice, and yeah, no incidents this round, at least. Everything was pretty good. Everything was pretty chill. Yeah, the races were good. Like I said, just less focus on what other people were doing and the novice races, and more on how to get back to being a little quicker. And so I'm actually more psyched about the track day, because the times were just coming and coming and coming. And I was kind of toast physically by the end of today, but I don't think I could ride for the next 2 days after doing it for 4 days in a row. But yeah, it was really, really good for me. It was nice, and I think if we get good weather and some fresh tires for the next round, and I can kind of keep building on what I just did, I think the times will come. So that's really nice. Also, I had someone else come up to me, his name was Aaron, and say like, hey, he'd watched a bunch of these videos about how to get your race license and how to get into it, and he'd signed up for his race license after watching my videos. So that made me really happy, because yeah, we could always use more people, and he was running great times too. For his first race weekend, it was really good. So yeah, if anyone else is watching these, go back and watch my how to get your race license video, because it really is that easy. I covered everything there, and yeah, it's a lot of fun. Come join the gang. All right, that's it. Bye.